done updating. So let's give it here a second, let it bump up here. So just to make sure that everything's working right. Well, welcome to the Lee Show. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Um, Boy, I tell you, there's so much stuff going on in our world today, in our country, and everything. It's just unbelievable. But let me start off apologizing to y'all. I put a message on Facebook that I was going to do this no more because uh, I'm not getting no feedbacks. I'm not getting uh, likes or people not sharing my post and stuff like that. Only way this is going to work if I have communication with everybody and comments and all that all that information that comes in with having the show. um, I do have depression, anxiety, and everything, so some days I just get overwhelmed with myself, so I do apologize. My bless bless my girl's heart, she uh, was telling me that she enjoys it. Her and her wife both want me to do this because they enjoy watching and listening, and they do get a lot of information off of what I say and talk about. So and plus Vera, she sent me messages that maybe later on, not now, but maybe later on, I might it might impact uh, somebody or life later on or at the moment. Um, Plushly, I like to do the history stuff. Today, I'm not going to do any history. Today, I'm going to do pretty much just have a little bit of a talk show today. Um, because with everything, with the news going on, there's so much, and people are not really grasping or everybody's after everybody. Everybody wants to destroy things and ruin people's lives and just wants to just demolish things. Not it to the people inside of them, but also on the outside of them. Um, every night I've been staying up to like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, watching all kinds of riots, destructions, and everything. And if there was like last night, I was watching where they were doing at a ballpark right off the ballpark. I'm trying to think of the town or the state. I think it was Oregon, but right there next to the ballpark where these kids were playing, there's a BLM little shack. I saw the sign, BLM on it and everything. And all these people were in black, okay, and they were doing stretch exercises and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, see what's going to happen here. And then there was like a lot of trash bags. There were trash bags being brought in. People were carrying trash bags up to the group and everything. And then all of a sudden, they grab a whole bunch of stuff. There was one guy carrying a big old trash can, and there was people with trash cans and stuff. And they went to this police station, city hall type place, and they were dumping all this trash. And that's what that was in those trash bags, was all this trash. They were dumping inside the fence area. Then they were throwing those uh, liquid stuff that burns. I'm trying to think what they call it, uh, cocktails, and we're trying to set it all on fire. And I noticed there was other media people on there, plus this one stream guy that was filming them doing the exercise, followed them all the way to what they were doing, and then sat there and had an interview with the people that were living there after all those other guys took off and running after what they did. They took off running, And then the guy, you know, it's like, you know, you see this kind of stuff going on in your town, or I'm probably that media stream guy wasn't from that town or whatever, but I would be reporting that to the authorities or whatever, saying, hey, there's something fishy going on here. You might want to get to some heads up. You know, everybody would do their part and not be scared. You know, we can get rid of a lot of this nonsense of these terrorists and these enacted people that want to act out, uh, be destructive for no reason, because you know the Black Lives Matter movement was supposed to be to, you know, hey, we need new structures to our police department. Okay, I get that. You know, there are, like I said, there are some bad apples that, you know, we need, you know, they do need to come out, you know, and I've been going through and I've been watching all kinds of different videos of cops, uh, you know, the brutalities, the things they were doing. There's some were just uncalled for. Um, you know, the guy got, you know, like here in Wisconsin, you know, that guy got shot 7 times in the back. Okay. Well, there's more to that situation if you would, you know, look at it and listen to the charges and everything else, what, you know, went through. Now, for the guy to get shot that many times in the back, that, yeah, that was not called for. That was wrong. Um, but there's all the incidents where that cop, you know, th- thought his life was in danger because after watching a lot of other videos where one black guy comes out of the car, you know, he gets pulled over and he was brought out of the car and everything. And they talked to him, checked him out and everything, and then getting ready to put the handcuffs on him. And that's when the guy started going crazy and running around and everything, got loose. He, you know, got tased, but the taser didn't, you know, affect him. And then he sat there, reached in his car, was able to pull out a pistol and shot those 2 officers. Okay. So, you know, it's double standard with a lot of this stuff that's going on. You know, it's if you're in trouble, you're there, the cops want to do something. If you think you're in the right, but they're in the wrong, whatever, you know, like you're the protesters and the, you know, stuff like that, raise your hand, you know, I'm unarmed type deal, get arrested, get a lawyer, and get it fixed. Sue the police department for unjustified, improper uh, police brutalities or whatever. But, you know, don't go crazy and start shooting because all it's doing now, because every time there's somebody and they don't get the facts right and don't got the proper information yet, all they see is a person getting shot and then whammo, everything blows up for no freaking reason. So keep that in mind. If you're in trouble, raise your hand, whatever. Do what the law tells you to do. They're out there doing their job. And a lot of them don't want to put themselves in that predicament and situation, but you cause them to put themselves in that predicament and situation. So remember that. But with all the stuff going on in the country, okay, I was talking to my cousin this morning, and she brought some information, sent him. You know, we were talking about uh, the devastation that's going on in the South. Okay, and bless her heart, she's, you know, out there helping as well, helping to clean up. I was watching a video of a lady that had a bridal shop, and it was a two-story shop that she had, her and her husband, and it's destroyed, completely destroyed. You can see some of the dresses, but they're with all the rain and water and everything else. They're no good. She lost everything, you know. So, like when the riots happen, they go burning people's business down. They lose their business. It's all gone. All that hard work they did for years is now gone. But that was the one. But the difference between the riots doing destruction, destroying things, than the lady with the bridal shop down south that is done by nature. There is so much going on down there that people do not realize because they're too damn busy going around being destructive and not realizing or not understanding that people are hurting just as bad. They might not got shot or whatever, but they lost a loved one in a flood. They lost someone in the storm or whatever. I heard, that on the when they were interviewing this lady, that they didn't. She's helping out these elderly ladies, elderly couples, people that are drinking water out of swimming pools. They don't have no food and no shelter. There's nowhere to go. FEMA wasn't helping them. Nothing was helping them. And God's grace of this lady, she was helping them. And the good people like my cousin that she was saying, helping out. We need that kind of people to be helping each other, helping these people. And this Black Lives Matter group that's gotten, like, my understanding. I'm reading reading this stuff, so this is what I'm reading about them. That they got, they're doing this fundraising stuff, and getting all this money. Only thing I'm seeing through the media and everything, videos that shows up on everywhere, that they got new buses, they're driving around in motorcycles, four-wheel stuff, setting up groups with guns and destructions and safety equipment, the bulletproof vest and all that. Okay, well, what about these people down south that don't have a home no more because of the destruction of Mother Nature? Why can't they send that money and help people? That's what needs to be done. We're America. We're all Americans. My ancestors came from Germany. I have German black background. I have Indian background. I have Irish, whatever. Okay. But I'm not from there. I'm from the United States of America. I was born and raised here. This is my country as well as everybody else's country. And people need to start realizing and start helping each other and have each other's back instead of trying to destroy people's lives and burning their houses down, burning their buildings down, shops. These people have worked all their lives and got destroyed, not from Mother Nature, but from rioters. Peaceful rioters are not peaceful rioters. They're destructive rioters. You can protest, hold your signs up, do what you have to do at the White House. That's what we always have done. In front of your government buildings, federal buildings, White House, whatever. Have your chant, whatever you have, what we always done. And then for a few hours, and then you go home. You write to your congressman, you write to your mayor, whatever, and say, hey, this needs to be fixed. And there will be things taken care of, but by you guys doing all this destruction and stuff like that, wanting to defund the police department. Minnesota wants no police at all. They're trying to get rid of all that stuff. What are you going to do when there's no cops to back you up anymore. You know, we need the kids to go back to school. You kids are out there destroying things that look like that damn video game. What is it called? Mm, uh, Grand Theft Auto. You know, going around shooting up people, hurting, fireworks, all that stuff. You wouldn't be getting shot with paintballs. You wouldn't get shot with pepper spray and all that stuff if you wasn't sitting there being, people being jackasses out on the road. You know, um, I saw one stream feed where people were blocking the highway. There was only a handful of people out there in the first place, and you're holding up stuff. When you're doing that, you're holding up the whole livelihood of people's lives. What happened? There's an emergency situation. You know, that needs to go and take care of something, or somebody's life, or a baby being born, or baby being is hurt, or whatever, is sick. I hear it on time on the scanner. Little child sick. You know, emergency services on their way. You know, and if you're sitting there blocking stuff, they have to take the longer way around or whatever. Take longer to get to that person. It could be too late. And there you go. You destroyed another person's life. Not only did you kill somebody, but you also hurt a family. And that's what you guys are doing. You're hurting people's lives. It needs to stop. I'm sorry I'm worked up because this has been bothering me for a long period, long time now. And I just wish people would look at things in a different perspective, a different way, different, a whole different outlook. We have so much that's going on in our country that like I said, that the flood down there that destroyed all this stuff, that's done by Mother Nature. It has to be rebuilt. Okay, people lives depend on their money to support themselves and to help the community, that people that needs food, gas, groceries, whatever, materials. When it's wiped out, people don't have it to go to, or they have to go even further. Well, if they have to go to a city where you guys are rioting, you guys might do something that is going to hurt them. I just wish everybody can get along. We're all, I consider myself an equal person, just like anybody else. We have tried, I shouldn't say I or anything, but like the president uh, has done. Okay. He went to Wisconsin here, Kenosha, and kind of got the firsthand look of all the devastation and all the problems that rose in that town. Had a few nights of riots, but then after that, things got a lot better. Um, I'm trying to think of the guy's name, and I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. But he went around and he looked at it, all the destruction, talked to the police department, the mayor, and stuff like that. Trying to get what what they need to get their city back rolling again. So he gave them, I think it was 500,000 or $500,000 or whatever. Well, that's great. you know, get that destruction taken care of. Now, Trump wouldn't have to give these people our money to have their town fixed if it wasn't destroyed in the first place. That money can go to helping people get their lives back together and get people with the bad weather that destroyed their homes and businesses back together. Trying to more focus on the virus, more, all this stuff that has to be taken care of. But no, we got to put money back into towns and cities and stuff that these rioters, these terrorists, I'm going to call them because that's what they are. That money, is going to take money to rebuild what the morons have done to those towns and cities. It's just terrible, terrible the way it's just. I don't know. It just makes me so sick to see people acting like morons out there. But we need good people. We need good-hearted people to start standing up and to when you see something, don't be afraid. Let's take care of it because all it is, and I noticed it's just it's a small group. I think there was like maybe 20, maybe 20, 25 of these uh, Black Matter rioters that went and did this. Okay, if somebody would have gotten a hold of the authorities and called, I mean, I was thinking about it, but I didn't know where it was. I couldn't, But the guy with the camera, he knew exactly what was going on. I mean, it's just obvious, you know, because they were going around like the other girl that was doing some streaming. She was going down the road and everything. And she goes, "Oh, we got to head to this other location because that's where everybody's gathering." Okay. Well, take that information and let's stop it. There should be no protesting and stuff in the middle of the night. There's people trying to sleep. You're going and blowing your horns and chatting and all that stuff up and down somebody's street. They're not getting no sleep, getting no rest. And it might be somebody is sick and ill, and you're disturbing their livelihood. They say, well, you guys, people don't need to be in your houses. You need to be out here, or you're not for the Black Lives Matter and stuff. I am for Black Lives Matter, believe me, but I'm not for the way it's being handled. It needs to be shut down and rebuilt because the people who are in charge of that stuff is not doing their job right. Because as of American people, you do not buy equipment for self-destruct other people's lives. And that's what they're doing. Now, do the investigation and stuff gets done? I do not point fingers. If the person that, got shot back, 7 times in the back and everything, that's still under investigation and stuff, just like the Floyd guy. Okay, there's more things coming up where he didn't actually, they're saying he actually didn't die of the knee being on the neck. He died because he took a pill, and they show the pill that it's in his mouth through the body cam. The cop didn't even see it yet, but if you watch how he reacted, like acting all kinds of craziness from the time they were trying to get him out of the car into the police car and everything else, his lungs expanded and whatever, and he died, for an overdose. So, and then here we are destructing everything when, nobody actually had the right facts about what happened. But they're still going on that, shouldn't have had the knee on his neck. Well, if he would have gave up peacefully and got in the car like he was supposed to, but he kept complaining that he couldn't breathe. You know, I don't know. I like I said, there's some things the cops did wrong, and there's also some things that the guy did wrong. Okay, it's both. Both are in fault. Okay, and it's been going on like that forever. And do we got to fix things? Yes. Get rid of the bad apples, and people need to start going peacefully and doing what the cops tell them to do. And you won't get hurt. Well, anyway, take your effort and all that energy you're burning, trying to burn up and stuff, staying up all night long. Take it down south and help clean up. Help these people rebuild their lives, you know, or go back to places where you destroyed and rebuild their lives. Take care of your responsibility. Take care of what you have done wrong. Do good. If you have any God in your heart, in your soul, any compassion, you need to go and help these people. That's what gets noticed. Being destructive and all that, yeah, you get noticed, but you get a bad name, you get a bad rep. Go and do some good. Rebuild our country. You want a new structure and stuff? Show them that you can do it by restructuring the problems that we have problems with. I mean, Louisiana still, from the hurricanes, a few years back and stuff like that, are still trying to recover from it. There's still people living in these ship-made trailers and stuff that they set campers in town. They still don't have a home because they don't have the insurance, they don't have the money and stuff like that. Those are the people that need our help. And I challenge everybody, I challenge people to please take that opportunity and help others. Do right for everybody. Do right for us. Do right for the people that you love. If you do Black Lives Matter, you got people down south, Black Lives Matter people down south that lost their homes under floods and everything else, and they need help. Not only that, look up in Northwest. The forest fires, all those fires and everything else have just demolished people's homes, burnt their live crops. Everything is gone. They need help. Let's help them. We can plant trees. We can do all kinds of stuff for better future our children. All that got burnt down. That ground is covered with good soil now from the ashes. Let's plant some trees and flourish for a future for our children. Teach our children to do right, not to do wrong. Teach our children equalness, love thy neighbor. Teach them the way of the Lord. God is what they need. They need structure. They don't need to sit there and see their mom and dads out there destroying people's property. Oh, I guess it's okay to do that. That's what you're showing. You might not have children yet, but later on, you're all on video. Okay, there's cameras all over the place. Not only the streamers, but you got the news media. You got street cameras. You got helicopters. You got drones. They're all taking pictures of your faces, and they know who you are. And you might not get catch today, but years to come, when your child gets grown and stuff, and somehow your image got set somewhere, That's my mom and dad. They're destroying the place. It must be okay. Think about that. You know, that's part of our history. What you guys are doing is destroying history. And it's just wrong. You know, you don't see other countries tearing down the pyramids and stuff like that because that was their history. You don't see China tearing down their Buddhas and stuff like that because that's their history. You know, they had slaveries and everything. The Egyptians had slaveries. I mean, it that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, I just want to kind of vent out a little bit. I appreciate if anybody's listening. If not, oh well. But um, you know, like I said, we need to start working on our lives. Better do better, be better people. Like I said, there's people down south that needs help. There's people out west, northwest, up there, destruction fire. They need help. Uh, all the riots everywhere. There've been people, businesses and stuff. They got destroyed. You know, they need new glass windows and all that stuff. They need help. The families that got you shot, or the cop shot, or the rider shot, hurt, injured. You know, they need help. You know, let's rebuild America by helping each other and quit the nonsense of fighting with each other. That's all I have. You know, that's all I got to say about it. But God bless you all. God bless the USA. Don't disrespect our flag. Our flag is part of our freedom that our forefathers and grandfathers and fathers and mothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, daughters, and brothers have fought for our freedom. So we can proudly display our flag. It's not part of your riot. It's not part of your kneeling down because you don't respect the flag. And like I said, if you don't like our country, get the hell out because we don't need you. But God bless. Love you guys. Stay safe. Be careful and watch